What is up, coordinators and naturals? I am just a simple new type, and in this video, we are making our way through the cosmic era as we leave CE71 and jump to CE73 as a second Alliance Plant War begins. We are trying to make our way through most of the cosmic era, so you all will be prepared for Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom when it releases in January of 2024. In Gundam Seed Destiny, we will see a shift as we focus our attention more towards Zaft at the beginning of the series. Earth Alliance will be taking the role of the antagonist for a little bit as we follow a new version of the biological CPU. Let's not waste any time and dive right into this. June 15th, CE71. We return to the Battle of Orb. A young Shin Asuka and his family is retreating Orb territory as the attack takes place. As they run towards a transport vessel, Shin's sister, Mayu, drops her phone. Shin goes to pick it up for her, right as Kira in the Freedom fires on the island towards Calamity. Shin is blown back by the explosion. He gets up to find Mayu's arm severed meters from her body. His entire family is killed. Cosmic Era 73. It's been a year since the Junius Treaty has been signed. For details on the Junius Treaty, watch our last video on CE71. There is peace, but the tensions between Plant and Earth Alliance never went away. L4, Plant Colony, Armory 1. Kigali is meeting with the Plant Supreme Council Chairman, Gilbert Durandal. Athranzala is by her side, going by the pseudonym Alex Dino. They didn't meet at the capital to keep a low profile. In the city, we run into 3 biological CPUs wandering through the colony. This is Sting Oakley, Stella Lucier, and Owl Neater. This team is known as the Phantom Pain. Phantom Pain is a special forces unit of the Omni Enforcer and is funded and ordered directly by Lord Jibril. A part of this is a new line of bio CPUs, the Extended. Unlike the Boosted Man that we saw in Gundam Seed, these biological CPUs are more stable and quick-witted. However, they still take drugs and are tortured from birth. However, unlike the Boosted Man, the Extended uses capsules called the Cradle to wipe out their memories every once in a while. Kigali is concerned that Earth and Zaft are making moves towards another war. In the city, Shin runs into Stella, the manic pixie biological CPU of his dreams, but she runs away. Durandal assures Kigali that Zaft has no intentions of attacking Earth and will only defend themselves. A few hangars away from Kigali and Durandal, the Phantom Pain team suddenly comes in and attacks Zaft personnel and hijacks 3 Zaft mobile suits. These are the Chaos, Gaia, and Abyss Gundam. The ZGMF X-24S Chaos Gundam is a mobile suit that can transform into a mobile armor. Its mobile armor pods are very similar to the pods used with the Mobius Zero, but has the Dragoon system integrated into it. This, along with all Gundams of the second stage series of suits, are equipped with a Deuterion beam energy transfer system. Nuclear-powered mobile suits are no longer allowed in accordance with the Junius Treaty. However, Zaft found a workaround by creating nuclear-powered batteries that can transfer energy wirelessly, making refueling effortless. It is also equipped with variable phase shift armor. The ZGMF X88S Gaia Gundam can transform into an Earth terrain mobile armor that resembles the Baku. Because of this design, Gaia mainly works best as a short-ranged fighter. In space, it has thruster-mounted wings, which greatly improves the AMBAC system. It also uses the Vajra beam saber, just like the Baku. The ZGMF X31S Abyss Gundam also has a mobile armor form that specializes in underwater battle. This unit is also the most heavily armed of the 3 units. It can also use a handheld beam lance for close combat, even in the water, as the lance has a physical blade. And for defense, it can use the pair of shoulder-mounted binders as shields as they are anti-beam coated. During the assault, Kigali recognizes that Zaft is making Gundams. Now director Mitsuo Fukuda likes taking the Gundam acronym and shoving whatever English words he can to make it work. The Project G mobile suits, which include Strike, Duel, Aegis, and others, stood for General Unilateral Neuralink Dispersive Autonomic Maneuver Synthesis System. Justice, Freedom, and Providence were called Generation Unsubdued Nuclear Drive Assault Module Complex. And the second stage Gundams like the Impulse and Gaia, like we see in Destiny, are referred to as Generation Unrestricted Network Drive Assault Module. While chaos ensues, Athearn and Kigali get into the Zaku Warrior. The ZGMF-1000 Zaku Warrior is a part of the New Millennium series. Zaku stands for Zaft Armored Keeper of Unity. The Zaku uses the Wizard system, which is similar to Silhouette's and Striker packs. These are interchangeable packs that can be used in different environments. It has an anti-beam shield, a beam tomahawk, an assault rifle, and a heavy blade, and much more. Other units of the New Millennium series include the Dom Trooper and the Goof Ignited. These are all clearly based on their UC counterparts. Stella starts attacking the Zaku. Meanwhile, on the Minerva, Shin gets into the Core Splendor and launches the modules of his mobile suit. All the modules form to create the Impulse Gundam. The ZGMF X56S Impulse Gundam is also a part of Zaft's second stage series. It is designed to be piloted by an ace. Like the Striker and Wizard packs, the Impulse uses Silhouette packs, which help get around some of the rules of the Junius Treaty. Silhouette packs will vary depending on battle situations. Unlike the other three units, the Impulse doesn't have a mobile armor form. It does, however, have the Core Splendor as one of its modules. The YFX M56S Core Splendor acts as the cockpit when connected to the Impulse, but when separated, it can function as a fighter. It was originally tested on a Zaku called the Zaku Splendor. It is armed with two nose-mounted 20mm machine guns and two wing-mounted anti-air missile launchers that are loaded with several Ladybird-guided missiles. Shin comes in with the Impulse to help out Athearn and Kigali. He has the Sword Silhouette pack equipped. Outside of the plant colony Armory 1, an Earth Alliance ship is cloaked using Mirage Colloid technology, which goes against the Junius Treaty. The captain is Neo Roanoke, and is command of the Gertie Lu class ship. You could probably guess who this man is based off the voice actor alone. The Gertie Lu ship is the evolution of the Archangel class ship. It uses Mirage Colloid tech, which is illegal, but allows them to camouflage themselves. It has a Gottfried beam cannon, multi-barrel Vulcans, and a vertical missile launcher. It also has two gas propulsion modules and a rocket anchor. They engage and battle with the colony. A few Dagger Ls take out the Zaft escort fleet, which block all other ships from leaving the port. Sting, Stella, and Owl team up to take out the Impulse Gundam. Athearn and the Zaku assists Impulse. Zaft pilot Ray Zabaril is able to get his Zaku Phantom up and running to assist in the battle. Ray gets Luna Maria Hawk's Zaku free as well. The ZGMF-1001 Zaku Phantom is the commander version of the Zaku Warrior. Its only difference is that it has two shields instead of one. It can also use the Wizard system. Neo Roanoke goes out in the Exus to buy the three Gundam hijackers some time. The TS-MA4F Exus is based on the Mobius and uses the wire-guided gun barrels similarly. Unlike the Mobius, the Exus can only be used in space. Meanwhile, the Minerva is still inside the colony. They are wondering if they should follow the ship outside. Neo and Ray pass each other. Ray's seed factor goes off. He seems to be connected to Neo in some way. The Minerva launches the Force Silhouette Flyer for Shin. The Force Silhouette is analogous to the L Striker pack. It improves the Impulse Gundam's mobility while in Earth atmosphere. Shin goes and equips the Force Silhouette. The Impulse's improved mobility greatly outpaces the Gaia, Chaos, and Abyss. Abyss Gundam shoots a hole in the colony. Minerva prepares to launch. Durandal is on board. Athearn and Kigali exit the Zaku and demand to see the chairman. The LHM BB-01 Minerva is Zaft's first ship since the end of the war. It is the only battleship to have the Deuterium beam transmitter equipped. It also has a launcher specifically designed for Impulse Gundam. It has a positron blaster cannon, torpedo launcher, and missile launcher. It also is a part of the Second Stage series. So what is the Second Stage series? This was created after the New Millennium series and includes Savior, Chaos, Abyss, Impulse, and Gaia Gundams, along with the Minerva and the Core Splendor. Impulse and Phantom make their way out into space. The Exus begins attacking Shin. The Minerva finally makes its way outside the colony. The captain of the Minerva is Talia Gladys. Her tactic of saving the Impulse is to attack the Gertie Lu class ship and thus drive it away from the battlefield. Neo retreats as the Minerva sends out a signal for Shin and Rei to retreat as well. The Minerva attacks the Gertie Lu class ship. Neo orders them to make their retreat, but Minerva continues to chase them. The Gertie Lu class ship detaches its propulsion module. The module crashes directly into the Minerva. The damage is minimal, but the Gertie Lu class ship is able to get some distance from Zaft. While all this was going down, Kigali and Athrun got on board the Minerva before they ended up in the midst of battle. On the Gertie Lu, 3 biological CPUs are in the cradle. Kigali and Athrun are treated as allies while they are on board Minerva. Chairman Durandal shows the two the new Zaku and the Minerva launch system for the Impulse. While talking to Durandal, Shin yells at Kigali for being idealistic. The Gertie Lu is spotted on radar. Luna Maria Hawk and the Zaku Warrior and Shin and the Impulse launch. They enter into a debris field and search for the Gertie Lu. Abyss, Gaia, and Chaos lead them into a trap and begin attacking. The Gertie Lu class sends out daggers. Because of the debris, the Minerva's heavy weapons were of no use. On the bridge, Athrun thinks he is the captain and gives orders. Really weird. Athrun's big plan is to simply fire long-range weapons in a short-range environment to break up some of the debris, where they would instantly attack the Gertie Lu class. That doesn't seem like the most complicated idea. Rei chases Neo and the Exus. He is most certainly playing with Rei. The Gertie Lu class sends out a signal flare to retreat. It seems that Minerva's plan worked, but they ran out of ammo to follow up on the attack of the Gertie Lu. As things calm down, Captain Talia and Durandal praise Athrun for his military prowess. It seems Durandal is allowing Athrun so much agency because he's trying to lure Athrun back into Zaft. And sadly, Athrun actually buys into it. The length this show goes to essentially put certain pieces together. Back at Junius 7, a group of Patrick Zala loyalists are plotting something as independent terrorists. They set off thrusters throughout Junius 7's remains. This caused the debris to start making its way towards Earth. Minerva, the Gertie Lu class ship, and the people of Earth are all informed of the situation and make their way towards the debris. On Earth, a group called Logos is meeting with Lord Jibril. Logos is a secret society made up of contractors and industrialists who make up the military-industrial complex for the Earth Alliance. It seems that Logos holds most of the power, as Blue Cosmos and Phantom Pain actually seem to be subdivision of this secret organization. Durandal also mentions in the first episode that Blue Cosmos is a belief and not an organization. And to that I say, what? Then explain this man and now this man, who clearly are playing leadership roles. Anyways, it is clear that Lord Jibril is the leader of Logos and thus the new leader of Blue Cosmos. That's right, leader. They start making their plans and strategies on how to start a new war if Junius 7 debris hits Earth. By the looks of it, no one knows of the rogue terrorists, so this seems like a natural occurrence for Junius 7 and thus should be treated as a bipartisan issue. However, Lord Jibril finds a way to make it all about the naturals. Diarca and Izak are making their way towards Junius 7 as they have been assigned to break up the debris. Izak is in command while Diarca is now a regular recruit as he has been demoted. In Zaft, Green is a regular recruit. Black and White is squad leader. Red is an elite recruit and White is captain or commander. They begin breaking apart the debris using meteor breakers, when suddenly a group of Jin high maneuver type 2s begin attacking Zaft. The ZGMF 1017M2 Gen High Maneuver Type 2 is fitted with large versions of normal backpack thrusters for high mobility during close combat. Its close combat capabilities are improved and can keep its own with the new Zaku. Izek doesn't know who the squad is or why they are attacking their own kind. Athrun asks Talia if he could use a mobile suit to help out. She refuses, but Durandal allows it. Yeah, butter up that Athrun. Butter him up good. Athrun is allowed to use a Zaku. The Minerva team and Athrun begin to launch. Gaia, Abyss, and Chaos make their way towards Izek's team. Izek and Diarca recognize the stolen Gundams. The Minerva team also makes their way to Junia 7 and engage in battle. Anarchy breaks out as it seems like a civil war amongst Zaft is currently happening. Gertie Lu is most likely hidden, and the stolen Gundams are technically Zaft property. To Earth, this must seem like it was all Zaft's doing. Orb and Alliance governments inform their people of what is happening above them currently. The meteor breakers are successful and break the giant piece of debris into 2 chunks, but they need to break it up into smaller pieces. Athrun meets up with Izek and Diarca. Athrun, Diarca, and Izek does damage on the battlefield. Shin is taken aback as he is observing 3 veterans in action. The Minerva calls for a retreat. Talia realizes soon the Minerva will be swept up with Junia 7 into Earth's atmosphere. Talia tells Durandal to retreat on the Voltaire. Kigali stays behind on the Minerva and waits for Athrun. Minerva plans on following Junia 7 and destroying any remaining debris while entering Earth's atmosphere. Shin and Athrun go out and try to use a meteor breaker, but the rogue terrorists attack them. Athrun is stunned to find that these men are all loyal to his father. The debris and Minerva begin Earth re-entry. Shin saves Athrun and pulls him out of the gravitational pull of Earth, but it is too strong. On Earth, Kira is looking up towards the sky to see a fallen Junia 7. And that will do it for this episode. We are starting to see the seeds of the next Alliance Zaft war start to bloom. I really dig Junia 7 being the advent for the next conflict due to rogue terrorists. But when you make Kigali a one-note character who just yells empty platitudes, it makes her growth from seed seem pointless. Also, Shin sucks, and Athrun's mouth disappears for a second in the second episode, so you got that going on. In our next adventure through CE-73, we will see the fallout debris hitting Earth. We will see the Earth Alliance reaction towards the attack, and we will also see Athrun's character growth take a step backwards. But until next time, coordinators, if you're going to be an idealistic, war-hungry teen stereotype, don't suddenly do a 360 and become an idealistic pacifist stereotype. Peace.